to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. I break down all things Big Brother 22 All-Stars. This is a special Friday edition for spoilers. So if you don't like spoilers, you might want to log off because I have a couple spoilers for you guys and some funny, weird, strange things that are going on in our last final weeks of BB 22. Thank the Lord. First things first, if this is your first time on my channel, make sure you hit that like. Definitely helps me in the algorithm of YouTube. So just smash it. Subscribe, you guys. We are well over 12,000 subscribers. Next goal is 15. You guys can get me there, and I love you for it. Also, smash the bell so you get notified every time I go live about Big Brother and every time I post a new video. Okay, let's get into this because we have spoilers. So the HOH competition, where King Kaser came back to host it because he had his legendary moment in BB6 when he told Maggie, I didn't seal your fate. I sealed your partner's fate. And Maggie's like, oh, and it was wonderful. And then all the people left in the game were like, I don't know what we're talking about, what that is, when Julie Chen was telling them. And I'm like, this is not a proper all-star season. Well, the winner of that HOH competition, which essentially is chess, was Enzo. Enzo won, you guys. Enzo. But here's the kicker. Cody is going around the live feed saying that he threw it to Enzo because he thought their goal should be to get Christmas out because Cody feels that Christmas is the only thing standing in his way of $500,000. And he's right. Unless we'll get to that in a little bit. But right now, that's what it looks like. So Cody was going after Christmas, but he felt as though Enzo didn't go after Christmas because, Enzo's not going to go after Christmas because Christmas is actually good for Enzo's game right now. It's Nicole that's bad for Enzo's game because Nicole will for sure pick Cody to go to Final 2 with, and he fears that Cody might pick Nicole as well. So Enzo did his thing, and it seems like he kind of followed behind Cody or something, and he won. While Cody was blocking Christmas, Enzo was able to win the HOH. Now, not only is Cody a little miffed about this, but so is Nicole Franzel. Franzel's like, Cody, it's like really mean. Okay, so Enzo, I'm mad at him. I mean, I guess I'm disappointed. I don't know what I am. Tell me, Cody. But he shouldn't have done that to you, okay? Because, you've been so good to him. And she's not wrong. Cody has carried Enzo through this game. The Jersey Boys, the Roots, whatever the heck they're calling themselves now. But Enzo has to play the game. It makes sense. This is a move that makes sense for Enzo. Now, Enzo has to carry out this and actually nominate Cody and Nicole and win the veto, or help Christmas win the veto. And then hopefully he can get out Cody. But he won't. He won't do that. And he's going to put on the block, you guys. The feeds are done right now for the nomination ceremony. But basically, he is going to nominate Nicole and Christmas. He has a moment. He has a moment, and everybody's talking about it. Everybody on Twitter's talking about it. This is Enzo's moment to actually have something over Cody if they go to Final 2 together. If Enzo does, in fact, obviously he's in Final 3, and if he wins that last part of the HOH where he gets to pick who he wants to sit next to, and he'll pick Cody because he wants to come in second place. He came in third, and he wants to come in second. Slowly, one day, he'll never make it to first place. But this is his moment. If he's going to take Cody, whatever. I mean, I have resolved to the fact that Enzo is just not playing a great game altogether. I mean, none of these people are. They should have cut Cody a long time ago. Cody's going to beat everybody. Everyone sitting next to Cody will lose at this point. But this is a moment I wish Enzo would take, but he's not going to, where he could actually put Cody on the block, be like, you're safe, you just haven't hit the block yet, so I'm going to put you on the block. So that when he sits in Final 2 with Cody, he can say, I never touched the block. Because in Big Brother and to people in the jury, that looks like a big deal. And Enzo doesn't have enough on his resume yet to have him beat Cody in a Final 2. But if he could say, I'm the only one in this house that was never nominated, that'll be a big move. That'll be something at least to show them. But no, he told Cody last night while they were drinking and being passive aggressive to each other about the HOH competition that don't worry, I'm not going to put you up. I'm going to put up Christmas and Nicole. And Cringemas has been bugging Enzo. Who are you going to put up? Who are you going to put up? Because Cringemas is like, it says a lot who he puts up, and speaks a lot who he doesn't put up. Cringemas is all about, you guys, the more I watch this woman, I feel like I'm getting a psych degree because I'm studying like a true American horror story in her mind. And she's constantly wanting validation from the people in this house, mainly the men, which is very interesting. And so she just wants to show Cody and Nicole, like, look at me. I'm not last picked, even though all my allies essentially are gone at this point. You still want me, right, Daddy? Right, Daddy? Committee Alliance? Is the Committee Alliance still around? I think Cringemas would love for the Committee Alliance to still be a thing. Cringemas does not know what to do with herself, you guys, without a committee, without a cult to follow. We remember her BB19 with the cult of Paul. She was just like, yes, whatever you say, Paul, I do everything for you. And you're like, did this chick get a lobotomy? What happened? So she's upset because she's like, Enzo has not told me that he's not going to put me on the block. Well, he's going to put you on the block. That's why he hasn't told you that. And so she's upset with him. Cody and Nicole are a little upset with Enzo, obviously from the HOH competition. I just feel like that Enzo should be like loyal to us. Nicole, he didn't vote you out. That's pretty damn loyal. Okay. He made the dumbest move this season by not getting you out, because essentially he guaranteed himself third place yet again. Even if he wins that last part of the HOH, he's going to be like, I'm going to take Cody. Okay. Like, he told me about the bidet, yo. Like, I can't not take him. He's from Jersey. You know, I got regional pride. What, yo, my butt itches. I cannot not say my butt itches when I talk about Enzo. So Cringemas is defeated. Apparently, you guys, today there was some kind of luxury competition. I don't know the specifics of it, but it was something where the current house guests had to pick people in the jury or pick their comics. Somehow they teamed up with people in the jury. I don't think the jury came into the house, but maybe it was something to do with their comics or something the jurors will do at jury and they'll do here. Either way, they had to pick someone, and Cringemas did not pick Memphis. And in the end, however it went down, Nicole won 10 grand. Frazzled Franzlo. She was like, I can't believe I won 10 grand. Like, I'm so lucky. Do you know what that can buy in Oobly Goobly? I'm going to have a mansion. It's amazing. I'm going to have a moat. A moat. Yeah, I'm going to make Vic sit outside in like a guard uniform, and he'll have to keep everybody away. Like, Janelle, if she tries to come over to my house, I'm going to be like, no. Also, they haven't stopped talking about Janelle and Kaser. And Christmas and Nicole are on the feeds this morning, and they're talking about how Kaser looked mad in his pre-recorded segment for the HOH. I'm thinking, what Kaser are you looking at? He's doing his job. And they actually think that Kaser is out here bothered by them in the house. I don't think Kaser's really paying attention to the game. He's starting a YouTube channel. He's traveling. He's too busy being likable and popular, something you guys left in the house don't know anything about. Quit being so jealous. Kaser needs to get out, and he needs to put out a single with Mariah Carey. Why Are You So Obsessed With Me Part 2, the remix with Kaser, because they're obsessed with him. And then Cringemas went on to talk about Bailey and how much she likes Bailey and how she would totally be friends with Bailey and she would love even living with Bailey and she loved everything about Bailey. This chick is just seriously, study her brain. We need to, just dissect that thing and get to the bottom of everything that's wrong in the human consciousness in general. I mean, oh, it is amazing to me. And she's like, yeah, I really like Bailey. We really clicked off. No, Bailey's done with you. Okay. You stabbed her in the back. Nicole's like, well, you didn't vote her out. She put her on the block. Essentially, she's the reason people could vote her out. If you liked her that much, should have kept her in the game and kept her an ally. And maybe you wouldn't be in the position you are now, Cringemas, which is in the love room crying your eyes out. Yes, Cringemas has spent much of the time today crying in the love room, not just crying in that love room, but crying while looking at herself in the mirror. Now that's a different kind of creepy crying. She's just laying in her blanket, just like, and why is she crying, you guys ask? Daddy Memphis. Oh my God, Nashville, her boyfriend. Because she feels guilty she didn't pick him in the luxury comp. She's like, I should have picked him. I should have picked Memphis. And he's going to see it. He's going to know. And I think the moment Memphis left there, he stopped thinking about you and started thinking maybe back about his girlfriend, Dominique. I don't know. I still don't think this is the last we're going to hear of Memphis and Christmas, because Christmas continues to cry. And then Nicole walks in because Nicole's happy. When another girl's crying, she's happy. Add 10K on top of that. This is the best day of her life. Okay. Another girl is crying. She just beat that girl in a competition and is essentially sending her home this week if she doesn't win the power of veto. So she's like, Everything is coming up, Franzel. So she's very happy. She's like, what's going on? What's the matter? Everything should be happy. You're going to go on the block, and there's a good chance you're going home unless you win. I'm still here with Cody. I won 10K, and Janelle still sucks. Speaking of which, she is still talking about Janelle, because while they were talking about the Kaser situation, Janelle's name came up. They started talking about Nicole Anthony's gameplay and how she was playing all sides, and she was talking crap about Janelle behind her back. And Christmas said it was because she felt that Nicole A was fangirling over Janelle, the legend. And then Franzel started laughing. I don't know if she was fangirling because she was really stabbing her in the back, but Janelle is a legend. And Nicole was laughing. And she knew in that moment, because Cringemas said, what are you laughing at? And she's like, no, Janelle's like, she's a legend. I'm just laughing at the mask on my face, when really she was laughing at the idea of someone being starstruck by Janelle. Eventually, Nicole Franzel is just going to have to accept the fact that bombshell Janelle is a fan favorite, and she's always going to be. And you know what? Franzel, you're going to have your stands. They're going to be out there going, there's nothing wrong with the way she talks. She's great. No, she likes women. She just never plays with them. No, she's not emotionally manipulative. She just manipulates you emotionally. So as Nicole is asking Cringemas what's wrong with her, Cringemas is like, I miss my friend. He was my best friend. I talked to him every day. We had coffee. And we didn't know each other that long, but I miss my person. I just miss him. I miss him so much. He hasn't even been gone 24 hours, you guys. Daddy Memphis, Brokeback Memphis, just left. He just walked out the door and was struggling to keep his mask on. Did you see that in the Julie Chen interview? He's like, I just don't understand these things. They don't have these in Florida.
I just met him, but I feel like I've known him all my life. I feel him in my biceps. I feel him in my tris, too. I feel my triceps, my biceps, and my quadriceps.
I don't know if that's a real muscle. I'm pretty sure it's not. Then Frazzled Franzel, who's just so happy, leaves the devastated Cringemas alone to talk to the cams, because Cringemas is just like, I love being in here. I almost went into a Franzel in that one. Cringemas also says she feels like a pincushion from being stabbed so much in the back. She's been stabbed. She's so dramatic. She is so dramatic in her little cam talks, you guys. It is ridiculous. But Memphis never stabbed me in the back, as she's wiping the tears away and looking at herself in the mirror, just like,
I'm so sad. I miss my person. We were getting so close.
We saw. Cody's doing dishes, and Nicole starts helping him. And then immediately she tells the boys why Cringemas is crying, even though Cringemas says, please don't tell anyone. And she says, I'm not supposed to say anything, but like, she's crying over Memphis. And Cody laughs, and they all laugh. And then Enzo's like, for real, for real. And then they realize they're being filmed 24/7, and they say, oh, yeah, I used to feel bad for her. But no, they don't feel bad for her. They think it's ridiculous. It is pretty ridiculous. I mean, it's crazy. You know, she's just like,
hey, I just met you, and I am crazy, but I'm going to get my Mercedes. I'm going to find you, Memphis. I'll find you, Memphis. Hey, I just met you, and I am crazy, but I'm going to get my Mercedes, and I'll drive you over if you don't want me. So call me now. Where are you, Memphis? Thinking about me? You better be.
And this is interesting because it's a lot different camera talk that we're seeing now from Cringemas than we saw earlier this week, when she was like, I needed that. I needed Tyler to go. I needed to be put on the block next to Memphis so I could come and be at my full potential. And I'm going to take the HOH because I'm a comp beast. And now Comp Beast Christmas is coming out, and y'all better watch out because she terrifies me, okay? So she's going to terrify these house guests. Those are the things she was saying. So when I was doing my latest impression video of Christmas, check it out. I'm going to link it at the end of this video. The things I was saying were not far off from what she was actually saying. She was saying she terrifies herself. And she also said she will run her competition over. She will run everyone over who's in her way. What? You realize your record, right? Don't say those things. It makes it too easy, and it's creepy. Also, the way she won't stop talking about Memphis, and remember BB19 when she laid in bed in the dark and the night vision camera got her watching. She was in the HOH room, and she had the remote, and she was watching Paul move to the house and saying how, oh God, I'm feeling something for this guy. And I've never felt this way before. And we were all like, so moral of the story, Dominique, Memphis' girlfriend, please be careful. Just be careful. I'm going to be careful too. I am starting to get worried. I'm going to still talk about the things and have some fun, but Dominique, take care of yourself. You might want to, take up Tybo. Is that a defense thing? Maybe just, get some mace. Don't drive ever, especially not a Honda. And it's also different than the energy she had when talking to Memphis before he went home, when they would be outside having their romantic coffee talks. And she said if she went to jury and there's a hammock, she's going to tell Ian, don't you even effing try. And she will take the hammock from Ian because she's such a good person, you guys. She's like a really good person. So despite Cringemas being a total wackadoodle and acting totally inappropriately, our only chance of Cody not sweeping this entire game depends on Cringemas, the comp beast who has yet to beast anything, needs to come out. She keeps saying, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. We need you, Cringemas, to come at this point, and she has to win this veto, take herself off the block, put Cody on the block, and then she becomes the sole vote to say, bye-bye, COVID, Cody. That's in my dream situation. You guys can have your own dream situations. Feel free to leave it in the comments. I'm not telling you have to think the same way as me, but I just don't want this pre-game, pre-planned winner to just coast all the way to the end and sit next to Nicole Franzel. Listen, I don't really want at this point any of these people to win. That is my opinion on it. You guys know, if you follow me, how I feel about this, but I understand there has to be a winner. I would just like to see a big move made sometime this season, and the only big move at this point I can think of is taking Cody out of this game. And Frazzled Franzel's not going to do it, and Enzo is not going to do it, because I will say it again, I will repeat it for those of you in the back. There is no way that Nicole and Cody don't have some kind of agreement outside of this game to split the money, because the fact that she wants to take Cody this far only to lose to him, and that he has been doing everything in his power to drag her along and help her out, even sometimes to what could be his detriment, just doesn't make sense. So they must have a deal. Their moms probably put it together, and Daddy Derek, because their moms are best friends, and Daddy Derek gave them their game plan. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday, a wonderful weekend. I'll be back very soon with another Big Brother 22 update, spoilers, spoiling stuff with the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. Bye-bye.